the bridge, the middle eight, the C-section. Yeah, boy. Hi Snakies, it's me, Fifi, and I'm back. I'm back again today with another BTS reaction for you guys. And today I'm going to be doing an album review for B. It's an album review, not a first listen, because unfortunately YouTube and just in general, like, things are getting blocked and taken down for copyright left, right and center. And unfortunately Big Hit are becoming really bad with it. It happens a lot with SM as well. It happens a lot with all the companies. But at the moment, like, I don't know what's going on with Big Hit, but they are being extremely strict when it comes to reacting to content, especially album first listens. I already cut my album first listens. I cut it for about 5 seconds every 30 seconds, but that's not enough. And I don't like pausing and stuff like that and talking too much throughout the reaction. So there's kind of no way around it. I can't react to it with no music, so you guys can put on the music in the back, because I like to listen to it on a speaker for the first time. And if I don't do that, it's just not how I like to do it naturally. It won't be the same experience for me. So yeah, that's why I'm doing a review here today for BTS's B. And yeah, let's begin. Okay, so the first track is Life Goes On. If you want to hear my thoughts about that, you can go and watch my reaction to the music video. There's no point in me talking about it again. Let's go on to track number 2, which is Fly to My Room. So Fly to My Room is already a really cool title for a track. I really like the title for some reason. And it starts off with some organ, I believe, and some really cool chords. And of course, our boy Jimin's sweet voice.
Let me fly to my
And then the beat comes in, which is really chill and mellow. Taehyung's voice sounded really smooth and mellow in this. I think his voice stood out to me the most in this track. He's got so much soul to his voice, and I just feel like this track really brought out that soulfulness that B has. The piano and the tempo in the chorus really reminded me of Elton John's Benny and the Jets. Or you might know it from Frank Ocean's Super Rich Kids. It's that dun 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 dun. I don't know, it just really reminded me of Benny and the Jets, and I absolutely love Benny and the Jets. And then you have that really cool switch up that happens when the rappers come in and do their thing. The beat becomes a lot more hip hop, but it still remains pretty mellow and chill. After the rappers do their thing, I feel like the vocals just level up a notch. Like, the vocals just go insane. The ad-libs in the back, the song just becomes a lot more full, if that makes sense. And you have Jimin belting in the back as well, that really high note, and that's just Overall, for me, it was a really nice listen, but I feel like it kind of didn't go exactly where I wanted it to go. I'm not sure what was missing. There was a little something missing for me, but at the same time, I can understand not wanting to deter from that, you know, that mellow and chill vibe, and going with something a little bit more out there and experimental, like a switch up, or like the bridge, like really turning into something different. While that's kind of what I wanted to hear, I can understand why they didn't. But yeah, overall a good song, and let's go on to the next track. So the next track was Blue and Grey.
Where's my
From the start, you have that really nice acoustic guitar, and then Cookie and Taehyung's really nice, sweet and smooth voices. come in, and I was really glad to hear like no auto-tune and stuff like that. You guys know I've been really extra about that recently. I just absolutely love hearing their individual vocal colors and their own individual tones, so I was really happy to hear them come in with their beautiful voices. Yoongi comes in, and I was a little surprised when he came in. I wasn't expecting him. I just wasn't expecting that sort of switch. I was expecting it to be complete like ballad, maybe no beat or anything like that. But Yoongi came in and he was a really nice surprise. Again, like I said, no voice effects or auto-tune on his voice, so I could really hear his tone. His tone is just absolutely beautiful. It's just so deep, and yeah, because I love his tone so much, you can understand why I was a little bit disappointed that he did have a voice effect or auto-tune on his voice in the title track. Jin, man. Jin! His voice, this like was one of the best I've heard. One of the best? This is one of the this is a song where Jin sounds, I can't even talk, Jesus Christ, I can't articulate myself properly. But Jin sounded absolutely incredible in this. His voice, his tone, he had such a sweet tone. Yeah, I was just super impressed with Jin in this. His voice was so nice. It made me feel like I was listening to a lullaby. There were some really nice strings as well in this song overall. And the way it ended was perfect. With a little bit of the instrumental and the humming that just comes in just before Taeyongyi comes in and finishes off the track. As you guys know, if you're subscribed to me, I'm not really into ballads unless they're R&B, like 90s R&B influenced or jazz influenced. But I was really glad to have this track on the album, like I said, because it was stripped back and I could hear their vocals, their tones and everything. It was really nice, and I really appreciated having this track on the album. And yeah, next track. Next was the skit. Obviously, I couldn't really make out much of what they were saying, other than a few words here and there. I'm not fluent in Korean, but I'm gonna have to look up the translations for this skit later. I do love me a skit though. I do love skits in albums sometimes. I don't know, it sets the mood. Unfortunately, since I don't speak Korean, I'm gonna have to look up the translations. But yeah, let's go on to the next actual song. Next was Telepathy. Straight away, it starts off with a really nice hearty bass. By hearty bass, I mean a bass that you can literally feel in your chest, in your core. It was a really nice riff as well. And then there's really nice synths come in. I almost was expecting it to be 80s from those first few synths that you hear, but no, bam, straight into 70s disco, funky disco. Now I have to be honest, I am getting extremely tired of the 80s, the retro 80s synth pop and 70s disco funk trend that's happening now in K-pop. In K-pop 2020, retro vibes have been going on since the dawn of K-pop, honestly and truly. Well, I say the dawn of K-pop, but probably not the dawn. But groups have been doing retro songs here and there. But this year, for some reason, it's just gone absolutely bonkers. And I'm getting a little bit bored of it. However, if a song slaps, and I'll take it. And this one overall was really funky, and it had me dancing around in my kitchen with my headphones on and my mum questioning if her daughter is sane. Now, when J-Hope's verse comes in, I could hear something in the back, something in the percussion, and it sounded like a cowbell to me. I'm not 100% sure, I've only listened to the song once, but I think I could hear a cowbell. And honestly, I love a bit of cowbell? I love a bit of cowbell. The cowbell was really popular in the 70s, and I love how they incorporated that into their 70s funky track. It's such a small little thing, but that sort of thing, it makes like a huge difference in a song. Sorry if you can hear my dog crying, guys. My mum just came home, so he's like crying and whining, and you can see my cat there. But where was I? The transition from Cookie's part into Taeyong's part, from the verse into the pre-chorus. Bro, I absolutely loved that part. Yeah, that part was so cool, and I really loved the chords that came in for the pre-chorus. Now my neighbors are making a ridiculous amount of noise next door. They're drilling, I don't know, blowing leaves. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. I apologize if you can hear that in the back, guys. I'm really, really sorry. Now's the only time I have to film. But yeah, anyway, Kim Namjoon. I think June's verse was my favorite in this track. I don't know what it is, but he brought a certain vibe and flavor to the track, so I think his verse was my favorite. He was vibing, I was vibing, and yeah. Overall, I really enjoyed this one. Definitely one of my favorites off the album. I would have loved it a lot more, drum roll, if there wasn't any auto-tune, but it's okay. Let's go on to the next song. So next was Disease, which I'm assuming the name of the track is a play on words. Disease, dis-ease. Let me know if I'm wrong, but that's just what I picked up. And straight away they come in with that old school hip hop type beat.
뭔가 놓친 듯해 커피 한 모금으로 불안함을 했어 And the list rise 내게 갑자기 다가온 불편한 행복.
J-Hope starts the track off, and a lot of people don't know this because Suga is my bias, but J-Hope is my favorite rapper in BTS. His flow is just unmatched for me, not just in BTS but in K-pop overall. It's always been Suga for his delivery and his tone, Namjoon for his lyricism, and J-Hope for his motherfucking flow. And he just sets up the vibe of the track from the very beginning. I absolutely love the guitar that's in the back throughout this whole track. Even though it's a hip-hop track, that guitar, that guitar, adds a funky and soulful element to it. The switch up. The switch up. The chords. The chords. When the vocals come in, incredible. I think I could hear some Fender Rhodes in the back there as well. If you're subscribed to me, you know the Fender Rhodes is my favorite instrument. If you don't know what it is, it's like an electric piano. But yeah, I think I could hear that in the back there with some really, really nice chords. The chorus, incredible. The scratching that comes in, like the record scratching, absolutely incredible. It's so popular. It was so popular with hip-hop back in the day, and that type of scratching just brings such a hip-hoppy, gritty element to it, and I absolutely love that they added scratching in. I feel like BTS did use a lot more scratching and old school hip-hop elements in their older tracks as well, so it's nice to hear that vibe back into their music. June's verse, man, I know what I just said about Hobby, but June's verse, holy fucking shit. And then Suga just solidifies exactly what I said about the tone of his voice. Fuck, these neighbors are so annoying. So annoying. I just want to do my BTS review, bro. I should probably go out there and fight them. I think they're blowing leaves. Anyway, BTS's rap line is the best in the K-pop industry. For me, they are unmatched. You can get angry at me, you can fight me if you want to, but I said what I said. BTS's rap line, you can't touch them. And then when you add BTS's rap line with some hip hop, magic. The bridge, the middle eight, the C-section. Yeah, that was the best part of the song for me. You know what I'm like, guys, when it comes to bridges, and that bridge was just absolutely everything for me. I just love a big switch up in a song, and this switch up was just everything for me. The vocals in the back and the way they started to like pick up the pace and the tempo of the song, magical. The horns that came in towards the end too, and then the percussion and the little bit of guitar just before the end. This was my favorite track on the album, hands down. And now we have Stay. I really, really like the guitar and the melodies that came in at the start of Stay. And again, Jin, I'm super impressed again by Jin. I don't know, man. Jin and Namjoon are just doing stuff for me on this album. I don't know what it is. They're not my usual favourites, but I don't know. I've just been really, really impressed with Jun and Jin this album, especially Jin. As the song picks up, it gets a little bit poppy, but it still remains melodic. Already though, I'm picking up the vibes they're trying to give, and that's feel-good vibes. Then the chorus comes in. Warning, disclaimer, if you don't like honest opinions, leave now. I should have said this at the start. But the chorus comes in, and as you guys know, if you're subscribed to me, I'm very, very particular when it comes to EDM. I'm not that into EDM, and I'm really particular. I'm just really, really picky with what type of EDM I like, or what EDM songs I like. There might be one EDM song I really love and one that I don't like. That's just how I am. And I definitely prefer a much more gritty type of EDM compared to this poppy type of EDM. I prefer more like trap or hip hop influenced gritty EDM, and this was quite light and quite poppy, so I didn't really vibe with the chorus, unfortunately. It's kind of a shame because I was vibing with the verses, but yeah, I can't help it. I just really wasn't vibing with the chorus. So yeah, overall Stay wasn't really for me. It may grow on me the more I listen to it. I actually still don't really vibe with So What or You Got the Best of Me. If I'm at a concert, I will still vibe at the concert. But yeah, those types of tracks, that poppy EDM just isn't for me, unfortunately. So I wasn't vibing with Stay. But yeah, that's it. Dynamite was next in the last track. If you want to see my thoughts on that, you can watch my Dynamite MV reaction. You can find my past BTS reactions in my BTS playlist on my channel. And yeah, that is my review for BTS's B. I'd say that my top 3 would probably be This. That is my number 1, 100%. Second favorite, I think, is Telepathy. And third favorite is going to have to probably be Dynamite. Yeah, that's my top 3. Thank you for watching my review for BTS's B. Let me know your top 3, or if you can be bothered, write your own little reviews in the comments. I absolutely love reading that type of stuff. It entertains me. I just love it. And yeah, that's it, guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. If you have subscribed, I love you. I love you. Go and follow me on Instagram, guys. Go and follow me on Twitter. And yeah, goodbye.